It's our fair to Shabuzet. Happy Sunday to you. This is your boy Kaba Vovo, aka Vovelisha, the Big G at Kupela. It is the Sunday morning, the 21st of February. This Sunday, just after the Valentine's. I hope you're good and you're blessed wherever you are. I hope the spirit of love is still in the air. By the way, we're still on the month of love, the month of Feb. It doesn't mean that because the Valentine have passed, it means the love is gone. We're still on this month of love. I hope you're blessed and you're good wherever you are. This is your show, If Over Talk, the show where we talk about everything else and we leave nothing unattended. This is the time where we kick off the show, and by the verse, we're gonna go to the verse, and I'm gonna read two sets of verse for you, and then we're going to say a couple of things and wrap up the show. By the way, I hope you did check out the new show that we have started on this Cover of our YouTube channel, The Legacy, that started the past Wednesday. It's gonna be on a Wednesday evening every night. Every evening on Wednesday, I'm gonna be taking you into bed from 9 o'clock. It's just a very short show, and it's about 10 to 15 minutes at most. And also, I just want to say to you that announce that my manager, Mr. Tabo Lihodi, was really, assessing the progress of this channel. And one of the things that he have decided is that we try and cut a bit on If Over Talk at the time of If Over Talk. So don't be surprised when you see the show looks a bit shorter, or it's shorter than it normally is. But we're going to try and give you as much as we can of the content of this If Over Talk. By the way, if you need more of us, because basically on these shows, or especially on If Over Talk, we're just there to entice you and to let you know about us and what we're capable and what we can do and what we can and how we can support you. So if you really need the more of us, you can hit us up on Vuma Kabavovo at gmail.com, or you can check us out or check me out as Kabavovo on Facebook or on Messenger. I am Ezukabavovo, and also on Instagram I am Ezukabavovo. We are more than welcome to assist you further one-on-one, or if you have a gig or you have an event or whatever, you can book us and we can tell you our prices and stuff like that, because all that we are about as the Cover of YouTube channel, as If Over Talk, as The Legacy, we're all about motivation and we're all about supporting you, because you don't have to do this life alone. Like I always say, I've got your back as your boy Kaba Vovo, aka Vavelisha, the Big G at Kupela. Don't go anywhere, stay with us. We'll be right back with your verse, and after that we're gonna give you the topic of today, and we're gonna just share the bit of the content of the topic, and we're gonna say happy Sunday to you. Happy Sunday to you. Ikamanam Kabavovo, aka Ivovelisha, the Big G at Kupela. I hope you're good and you're blessed this Sunday morning, being the 21st of February 2021. This is your show, If Over Talk. Tune in into Kabavovo YouTube channel. We are on that time where we kick on the show with the verse, the Bible verse. There are two sets of Bible verse. By the way, if you went to church, I hope ugrand umnandi muruti umfundis ukubambe wakuthi emoyeni wakubeka la you're supposed to be spiritually. And I'm glad that things are opening up now, because we've got the vaccine as well. There's hope, with this COVID situation. But hey, we'll see as time goes on. But let's stay focused and stay positive and keep safe and carry on doing what we're supposed to do, and take care of yourself and other people that are next to you. Here are the two verses that we're reading this morning. The very first verse, it says, you'll understand as we deliver the topic why I read these verses, specifically these two sets of verses. The first one is found in the book of Peter, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8 to 9. The verse 8 reads as follows: But Do not forget this thing. But do not forget this one thing, dear friends. With the Lord, a day is like 1,000 years. Wow. 1,000 years is like a day. And verse 9, it says, the Lord is not slow in keeping his promise, as some understand slowness. Instead, he is patient with you. Isn't that amazing? He's patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come into repentance. The second verse and the very last verse that I want to read for you this morning, it's found in the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 12, and it reads as follows. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. Teach us to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. I'll be right back with your topic. Happy Sunday to you. This is your boy Kabavovo, aka Eva Velisha, the big G at Kubela. You are tuned in into Kabavovo YouTube channel. This is your show, Eva Talk, the show where we talk about everything else and we leave nothing unattended. We have came into that time of the show where we introduce the topic of the day to you. The topic of today being the 21st of February 2021, it says value in time. Value in time. You know, like I was thinking of the say that says time is money, and I was thinking of I went and I was looking on the internet and I came across those old antique furniture, and then I realized something, and I put this thing together, and I also thought of that says Rome wasn't built in a year. So when I thought of all these things all together, it made me think. By the way, I must say that the show of today is more of the reflection, the introspection, you know, and I sat and I thought to myself that the value in time, not the value of time, the value in time. So meaning the value that you find inside time, you know. And then that what came into my mind, there's so many things that came into my mind about this thing. And like I'm saying, that the first one was that they say time is money. And when I thought of this, and I was preparing for the show, and I was digesting this in my mind and in my heart, I felt that I think, in my opinion, you know, you might differ with me, but in my opinion, the person that said this statement to say time is money, all that person meant was time is valuable. There is value in time, you know. Obviously, in the olden days, the value was the assets that you have, and because money was not really a high thing and hyper thing, it was all about the bartering system in the olden days. You give me this, I give you that. But in the days that we're living in, money is the one that is usually attached to a value. You know, when you talk of value and you talk of valuable things, someone or that the thing that quickly comes into mind, it is money. So according to me as Ukabavovo, the statement that says time is money, it means that there's value in time, or time is valuable. And I sat and I thought of the antique furniture, and I sat and I look at my parents' house. At home, there are still there's an entertainment room that we have where we set up, and we put the old what you call furniture in that room. And part of the furniture that is in that room. I'm about 41 years now of age. Part of the furniture that is on that room, it is the furniture that was there when I was still a child. Do you understand what I'm saying? But it is so strong. It is still so strong, and it is still have quality, and it's still of value. Even the tables that are there, they're still of value. And I come to the point where it says Rome was not built in a day. So now here's the thing that I want to talk about and want to bring to you. Like I said, this is like an introspection that I want to throw at you to say, think about this as you go through your life and you go through your greatness. But think about this. I believe that great things takes time. I believe that great things takes time. So unfortunately, sad enough, these days that we're living in an instant world where everything is fast and all those things. Please don't get me wrong. I don't have a problem with fast things. I don't have a problem with doing things quickly and all those things. But sometimes I feel that we need to hold up, hold on, slow your roll. There's a say that says like that, just slow down. Sometimes in life you just need to pause, take a pause and relax, and gather your thoughts and gather yourself together. And that is the value of time. Because here's the thing, the main one, there's so many things that we could talk about when it comes to this topic, the value in time. But there's one important aspect or part that I want to talk about, and especially being in February, the month of love, it is relationships. This thing of instant living and the instant life and the fast life that we're living, and chasing money and chasing a good life and all those things, there is nothing wrong with money. There's not. I love money. I love good things. We all love money. We all love good things. But here's the thing: is that we need to look at what expense are we raising what you call chasing this money. Are we chasing this money at the expense of the value of our relationships? Because the relationships that we have, they include time. Every relationship, it is built. And to build a relationship and to work a relationship, it can be different types of relationship. It could be like raising your kids. There are people that are wealthy and they are rich and they're making money and they've got a lot of money, of which that's a good thing. Big up to them, salute to you, that's great. But however, do not allow your money to replace you in your child's life. Time is very important. Like I'm saying, that there are people that money have replaced them in their kids' life. The relationship that you have with your kids, they're very, very important. And the thing that how you build a relationship with your child, it needs time. The problem, like I'm saying, that we have in these days, we are so busy and all those things. And hence I'm repeating again, I'm not against achieving whatever that you're achieving. I'm not against pushing the dreams that you're pushing. But it is very, very important for you to balance your things, work out the schedule and balance your things, because the time that you spend with your kids, because at the end of the day, like you hear people bati usukhule kangaka and all those things, and the thing is, did that person really change, or did that child really grow or you were just absent. You know, never be, make sure that as a parent, are not absent while you're present in your child's life. That is very, very sad. That is very, that is a wrong thing. You don't want that happening. Most of us, they claim to be present in our children's lives. But the question is, are you really present in your child's life? When was the last time you sat with your child? When was the last time you played with your child? You played soccer? When was the last time you had a conversation after dinner, in a dinner table with your daughter or with your child, with your son? To find out, like, beside the school, beside all the other things, to find out about him or her, to find out about, are you okay, to find out what is troubling you, to find out, does the child understand who they are? Because here's the thing, yeah, we do that, we do that not giving our kids time in a name of I'm building a legacy for my kids, or I'm building something, or ngibeke for my kids. Yes, that is important. And some, they will say that I'm building something, a business or something that when I'm gone, my kids can live on that. But here's the problem that you're not taking care or note of. You see, there are steps in life. Some things goes with certain things. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can build a business and establish a business for your kids that if you're gone, the business will be strong and stable enough that when you are gone, it can sustain your kids for a very long time. But however, that business that you worked so hard for, that you you put it all your time and your effort in, within 6 months, within a year after you're gone, that business can be gone too. You know why? Because the people that you have left the business on or with as your kids, they don't know the simple things of the fundamentals of life. Life is tough, Bafetu. We need to face that. Life is tough, it's got its own challenges, it's got its own hardships and all those things. But now, if your child is not trained by you as a parent, is not helped and advised and coached by you as a parent to face his or her personal life challenges, how do you think he will face the challenges of the business? And how do you think he or she will have the courage to face life and to overcome life and to be strong? Those things, like I always say, that I'm great like I am today, not because I'm glorious and all those things, I'm positive and all those things and stuff like that. Most of who I am and what I am, it is credit to my parents, my mom and my dad, the way that they raised me, because they were parents and they were present in my life. They were not just P for being a parent, but they were also P for being present, and they practice and they were practical, and they showed me practical life solutions. That, boy, if you go through this is how you deal with it. All those things, it happens with time. All those things, it is about time. They allocated their time in my life. They allocated their time in raising me. It wasn't just financing, because sad enough, these days some parents, they're just financing their kids. Your child is not a funding what you call project. Your child is not a project. Your child is not a charity case where you just fund. God have entrusted you, and like you said, teach us to number our days. Numbering our days, it is numbering the days of your kids, being in there in your life, kids. Know what matters, know what troubles your child. Now and again you'll hear of the stories that the child committed suicide and he wrote a letter. And when the parents are really reading that letter, and they realize that actually he was mentioning or she was mentioning these things a couple of weeks and all those things, but you never take notes because what? You're never present, you're never there. So that's the value in time. The time that you spend and the time that you give your kids, it's important. But however, also the problem maybe it always starts because I always take this thing back in you. When was the last time you gave yourself time? Do you really have time for yourself? Because another thing is, for you to be able to give your kids time and to give somebody else time, you need to have time for yourself. When was the last time you actually shut off, cancel all the meetings, and put everything aside and you just had time for yourself and say, you know what, today it's Kabavovo's day, today is Kabavovo's time. I just want to reconnect with myself, to realign with myself, to re-establish myself, to remind myself of myself. Who am I? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because things like that, they are very important. That's why also in relationships, in love relationships, officially that's the last one that I want to cover, and we're going to close and say happy Sunday to you. By the way, you're still tuning into Kabavovo YouTube channel. This is Ivovo Talk. I am your boy Kabavovo, aka Vovelihle, the big jet Kupela. It is the Sunday morning. It is the 21st of February 2021. I hope you're good and you're blessed. Lao Corner. So here's the thing. If you are able to spend time with yourself, that will help you to know the value of spending time with yourself, and to know the value of spending time and investing time to your kids and to your loved ones. Here's the last one that I want to close with. Relationships. Love relationships. As we still in Feb, on the month of love, most relationships are damaged. Most marriages are failing. Most marriages are dying. Most relationships are dying. I don't care whether it's not about you being married. You could be in a fat and set or staying together, or you could be in a stable relationship and shadanga, you're not married, or you could be in a marriage. But this is the fundamental, this is a very important thing in a relationship. Time. Giving your time to each other. This thing of, there are people that leave in the morning at 7 or 6 and they come at night at 11. Your wife is going through troubles. Your wife is hurting. Your wife is going through hard things at work. Your wife is being abused. Some of you, your wives were raped, and you only find out after 10 years that happened because you were never there. You were just a sleeping partner. Don't be a sleeping partner to your loved one. Your family, your wife, your husband is not a project that needs to be funded. They need you. Like the Bible says, when you got married, it says the two shall become one. You came together to make a relationship because you had interest on each other. Being interested on each other and being loving and loving each other, it says, I value you. I value your life. And part of the value, it is time. Give your loved one time, because you're gonna destroy yourself. Can you imagine finding a note, a suicidal note? I know what I'm saying now, it's sensitive and deep, but it is true. You need to introspect yourself. You need to reflect on yourself. They say prevention is better than cure. Prevent these things from happening. Value in time. The great relationship doesn't come just from chocolates and flowers alone. Those things are good. Those things are great. But relationship comes with time. Have a picnic with your loved one. Don't have to go too far. You can even go in the garden. Just after cleaning the garden, the garden is clean and fresh. You take a shower and say, "Hey, my love, let's go on a picnic." You take it, and then you have a picnic in the garden, and then you sit, and it's even it's hot now. You can even, even at night, look at the stars. Just be quiet, with each other. Just listening to each other's emotions, inner self, and then from then talk to each other. Babes, what is troubling you? Are you okay? Let's reconnect. Who are you lately? What's happening? I can see, you wake up, you dress up, and I can see the projects that you do and all those things. But what is really happening inside you? Talk to me. Because you're supposed to be the best friend of your lover. You're supposed to be the best friend of your wife. These are the things that I wanted to tell you. As we're closing, these are the 5 things. Not 5. 4 things that I want to throw at you. And we're going to wrap up the show. Like I always do at the end of the show, I take a word and I break it down and I leave it with you to chew on it and to think about it. I've taken the word time, and I broke it down. T stands for triumph, Triumph, it's winning, it's victory, And I involves, and 3, it's magnitude. Magnitude is great size. Maybe before I go to magnitude, involves, as I'm talking about time and the value in time, and I'm talking about relationships in the value of time, you need to be involved in your kids' lives. You need to be involved in your relationship. There are so many types of relationship that we have. We have work relationship, church relationships, and all those things. All those things are important. All these things that I've mentioned apply to all the relationships, but I just focused on the family one and on the love relationship one, as is a month of Feb. But if you take what I've said to you and apply it into all the areas of the relationship, you will see your relationship will blossom and it will be great, because you need to be involved. Don't just be there in J by name, or by number, but you need to be involved in these things. Magnitude, great size of importance, And the last one, efficacious. Efficacious is successful in producing a desire of intended result. So triumph involves magnitude, efficacious. That is time. It's all about triumphing, winning. It's all about victory. And victory involves magnitude, great size. When you win, you go big, But for you to go big, you need to invest on this thing called time. In your life, yourself as a person, in your kid's life, in your love relationship, in your circle, in your community, you need to invest on that time, because value in time is very important. Efficacious, successful, producing a desire of intended results effectively. Your desire is to see your kids being great. Your desire is to see your relationship and your marriage succeeding. For that to happen, you need to be efficacious, in your life and in your child's life and in your marriage life. Because when you do that, you're creating a desire in them, so that when you even gone, that desire will be burning, will be growing, and they will be desiring to do great, to do excellent things, to do wonderful things, and to overcome even whatever things that they can come their way. They will be able to what you call win or succeed or triumph because of that, of what you've invested in them. Cheers. So Bafetu, that was Eve of a Talk on this day, on this Sunday, being the 21st of February 2021. So all that I wanted to come and say in your space is that do an introspection and reflect in your life in terms of the value in time. Look at time differently. Don't look at time as... Here's the thing that is very important as I close. Time is not a sentence. Lifetime's a jail sentence. Time is not something that is there to pressure you. Time is there to make things happen. Time is there to, for you to, to explore, and for you to expand, and for you to grow, and for you to become great. Time is not there to pressure you or to be against you, but time is there for you. Like I said, the verse, 1,000 days like 1,000 years to God, and 1,000 years like a day to God. And it says what? Teach us to number our days. Number your days as you grow, being involved in your life, being involved in your people's life. I wish you all the best. I wish you all the great in your relationship, in your family, in your business, in everything that you do. Because this thing of value in time, if you can master that and grasp that, you'll be great. This is where I come in and say all the time. And I just want to also ask you to click like and do share and subscribe. And I saw there are new subscriptions that came in this week after the show of your legacy. Salute. Thank you so much for those new subscriptions. Welcome to the family of Kabavo YouTube channel. Welcome to the legacy, and welcome to Eve of a Talk. This is one family. We just what you call separated the two shows because they covered two different things. But I really salute you and appreciate your time. Your time is really important and valuable to us as Eve of Talk. So I just want to wish you a blessed week. Tomorrow is the 22nd. Go out there, understanding the value in time, and excel and do best. So don't forget to subscribe, click like and share, because someone needs to hear this. By the way, big up to my my niece, Ukeke Temsile. Thank you so much. She took the short clips of the legacy that I posted on my WhatsApp, and she posted it on her WhatsApp. And this is how we need to support each other, guys. Let us love each other and support each other. If you see something great from your friend or from your family or from whoever, take that. Let us not only use things for famous people only. Let us use powerful things from each other to motivate and build each other, because that is how we grow and that's how we became great. Have a blessed Sunday and be good, and take care of yourself. We're still going through COVID. Sanitize, social distance up until we're fully vaccinated and up until everything is cleared. Salute. I'm out. Cheers.